Hey everybody, and welcome to this new episode. Today we're going to talk about how new Bitcoins are created. This is a question that comes up all the time because it seems like magic. Where do the coins come from? How are they created? And what's the mechanism behind it? We're going to go over that in this video, and we're also going to tell you why some people don't like the way that it works. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Before we start, just wanted to give you a heads up that there are scammers out there making fake accounts and impersonating our channel. They may try to get you to message them or send you to a fake website. Please do not engage with these people. It helps if you know that there are scammers out there. You'll be able to avoid falling for it. So the process of creating new Bitcoins is called mining. It was named after the fact that it's kind of like mining for gold or silver. The idea is you have a complicated math equation. You use your computer to try to solve it, and whoever solves it first gets to create a block, which we'll explain in a second, and gets a reward in Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. People started to notice that you could actually use special hardware to speed up the process of solving these equations much more than a typical computer, and so that's what led to the creation of ASICs, which stands for Application-Specific Integrated Circuit. It's basically a piece of hardware that does only one thing, but does it really well. And in the case of mining hardware, it does the math equation really well, so you can create these blocks and get the rewards faster than somebody who's using a typical computer. And here's what you actually get when you mine a block. Here's the current state of the blockchain. Every 10 minutes, a block is added to the blockchain, and whoever adds that block gets 6.25 Bitcoins as a reward for their efforts. Now, it used to be 10 coins every 10 minutes, but over time, as more and more people are mining and as the network gets bigger, the amount of Bitcoin awarded for finding a block is cut in half. This is called a halving event, and it's just a way to make sure that the supply of Bitcoin stays rare. There's not infinite amounts being created. So we create these blocks by doing this math equation, and the math equation is actually a proof of work. Proof of work is basically where you take a hash, which is just a bunch of jumbled letters and numbers that doesn't mean anything, and you keep adding zeros to it until it meets a certain criteria, and once it meets the criteria, then you found a block, and you get your reward. The reason why it's important that you know how to create blocks is because of something called a double spend. A double spend is when you take something digital and you copy it, and now you have two of them. Because Bitcoin is digital, if somebody could just double spend their coins, it would be worthless because you could just copy it, and now you have two of them. So the way that we prevent that from happening is by having a public ledger that everybody has access to, and whenever you try to spend your Bitcoins, we can check the public ledger to make sure that you actually have them. Now, if you want to learn more about how the blockchain works, we made another video where we explain that in depth. So now, let's get back to the topic at hand. Why don't people like the way that Bitcoin works? Well, a lot of people say that because we have to use energy to run these computers and generate the next block, we're wasting energy, and it's bad for the environment. That's why a lot of places around the world are actually trying to ban mining because they don't like the environmental impact of it. Now, Ethereum is a cryptocurrency that does the same thing. It uses proof of work to create blocks, but they're switching to a different mechanism that doesn't require as much energy. Instead of using proof of work, they're going to use proof of stake. We made a whole video about that too, so you can go watch that if you'd like to learn more. But basically, in a proof of stake system, instead of using your computer to run the algorithm, you have to already own some of the currency to be able to create new blocks. That's all we have for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave us a like. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions, and do subscribe our channel for future updates. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.